Good morning. Let me know if you see my screen. Do you see my screen now?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm excited to be here today to talk about cloud revolution and where we are right now. So to start, in every industry around the world, the past year has seen organizations adjust to challenges, pursue new business opportunities, and accelerate their digital capabilities in the face of the pandemic that has reshaped our world. So disruption demands the capacity to turn challenge into an opportunity. In today's world, this capacity is built on a strong digital foundation. We have heard it over and over. Organizations that had already begun their digital transformation journey felt better equipped to respond to rapid and unpredictable changes. So they were prepared with the tools and platforms to shift to remote work, recalibrate supply chains for changing demands and unplanned interruptions, and transact with customers in new ways. So now many of these organizations are thriving and adapting faster than ever. So so early investment is a strong digital foundation made the difference for organizations to be able to weather the storm. But the landscape is continuing to change for all of us. And it has become clear that business as usual will not be part of the new norm. So those early investments are not enough to keep up in a world that has not finished evolving. So there's no going back to the level of digital adoption we saw prior the pandemic. What we used to call digital transformation has now become digital acceleration. But over the past year, our priorities have also shifted. So everyone on this earth is connected to each other, a fact that is indisputable after the events of the recent past. Together, we have faced heartbreak and tragedy, joy and laughter. And ultimately, we begin to emerge with a sense of optimism. Today, individuals and organizations alike have become more conscious of our places as part of the global community. So we're more aware of how our actions contribute to that community, and the majority of the organizations, 76% of them, in fact, now realize they have a responsibility to play a constructive role in society. It's no surprise that corporate social responsibility has become a top priority for business leaders in every industry. We see a clear appetite to place digital transformation and acceleration within a wider context that nurtures the public good. So addressing global economic and social or societal crisis while protecting our planet present some of the greatest challenges of our lifetime. It is fundamental to support inclusive economic opportunity, protect fundamental rights, and create a sustainable future. It's not too late to put together a future that allows everyone to not just survive but thrive by harnessing the power of technology. This is an exceptional moment in history. And over the past several months, we have all been put to the test. The biggest learning is that no business is immune to crisis, and no organization is 100% resilient. But it has also taught us that that digital businesses and those fortified with some digital capabilities have been able to pivot more rapidly and respond to their customers' needs. Recent times have shown us that having greater purpose is critical for an organization to really persevere and then reimagine the future for the world around them. So a strong sense of purpose can keep an organization moving forward, even in the midst of the disruption and constant change. As people, as teams, and as an ecosystem, we are all working harder than ever before on an already relentless baseline. The word purpose has become even more meaningful. What do we offer to each other, to our communities, and to the world around us? how are we making a difference in the world? So even as every industry is being reshaped, every successful company will contemplate its purpose. Purpose-driven digital technology or digital alliance technology innovation with an organization's capabilities to drive business and societal outcomes. So purpose is what fuels us, all human beings. This means lasting and prevailing business outcomes will be purpose driven. But if one thing is certain, it is that technology is at the center of how these companies look at surviving and thriving in this world. As we've continued to partner with organizations in every industry over the past few months, it's clear that the need to transform is only accelerating, and organizations who haven't already invested in digital transformation are working to catch up. So now remember that digital transformation is never a one size fits all scenario. But if you think about it, it's a journey with incremental steps towards a long term goal. It becomes a much less daunting proposition. Organizations who have embraced digital transformations have reaped the benefits. So they are more agile, the product, they market the products faster, or they were able to market the products faster. They have increased efficiencies and they have reduced cost. So now you might be thinking, why Azure? How should we think about digital transformation and Azure together? So I'm going to walk you through three companies who have embraced digital transformation in Azure to better improve their organization. So this is the first story. This company is hiring more developers than other companies in the US. So number three in the top 21 Bay Area companies seeking tech talent. So their offices are described as open, sleek, and minimalist. So this is, let's see, Walmart. So leveraging data to serve its 300 million customers with better products at the lower prices. So I love this story because it shows a large company like Walmart who embrace a digital transformation to empower their employees and truly meet their customers' needs. So let's go to the second story. The second story is this is a small Japanese restaurant that was passed down three generations. They are doing custom machine learning work. A server in this restaurant has taught herself machine learning and is building custom AI models to better serve their customers. So the beauty of this story is that anyone can use can use our capabilities and services to innovate. So that's the Japanese restaurant. So let's go to the third and last story. Okay. This story focuses on manufacturing, which is an area we haven't traditionally served well. So meet Chelsea. She has a high school diploma, works minimum wage, and it's a single mom. But she doesn't have a technical background, but she works on the front line at Packer outfitting sleeper crabs using step-by-step instructions through HoloLens. So not only has Packer found efficiencies in training their frontline workers, but they are able to empower their employees like Chelsea through a cutting-edge technology like HoloLens. So this story is an example of what makes Azure special. When you think why Azure, it's because we have the ability to enable anyone of all backgrounds and company to do more and achieve more. And that's a statement around how we feel about Azure. We want to invent with purpose. How we think about it, how what we deliver to you, and also enable you to invent with purpose. And we do that in some key ways. So I talked about these ways as our promise to you of what Azure will always deliver and why we will help you. So first, we're going to make sure we have technology that's meeting your needs, not just today, but also tomorrow. So the cloud is moving fast. Every week, a new technology is coming out. So it's about meeting new capabilities now and investing in those on the horizon, from IoT to quantum computing. So ultimately, from a developer perspective, it's about being able to build on your own terms with the frameworks, the tools, the OSS that you want, to ensure that you have the freedom and flexibility to be able to work successfully and be able to deploy your applications with quality and confidence every time. Technology is actually sitting in the public cloud, sitting in the data center, sitting on edge devices, and all are running holistically in a seamless environment. So that seamless environment is essential. Otherwise, running that way is going to be expensive, hard, and insecure. So, and then the last course is trust. Nothing is more important than trust, particularly when you're talking about the cloud. It's about security. We spent $1 billion a year on cybersecurity with 3,500 cybersecurity engineers who are constantly monitoring your data for threats. Then there's compliance. We've said we have the highest number of compliance certifications around the world, and that is not easy. But that's because we have invested ahead of the curve, and we will continue to do that because it's a place of great pride, and we have responsibility in the industry to serve the people, or to serve our customers well. And then ultimately, it's about how we do business. We get the question, are you going to compete with me? This may be something you are thinking right now, and the answer is no. We are very clear. We are a technology company. We are a platform provider. We want to empower you as our customer to innovate. We're not interested in going into your business. We're interested in supporting your business. This is the core of what we've done, and we've doubled down on the effort as we move forward. So with that, we feel fortunate to have over 95% of Fortune 500 companies inventing with Azure. And they are all industries, as you can see here, from retail to automotive to airlines, all doing really meaningful things. So currently, we have the most number of cloud regions, more than other cloud providers combined. So we have 66. Now, if you haven't looked at Azure in a few months, you may be surprised to see what we have these days. This is the high-level map of class services that we offer. So we have all over 200 products and services. You'll notice that we've extended to the edge. So the ability to run application code in the cloud, but also in that seamless, consistent ways in the edge, is informing our edge investments, whether it be Azure Stack or Azure Sphere, all the way to the HoloLens of our mixed reality capabilities. So these are powerful edge devices that work in connection with the cloud. You'll see we have dev tools, DevOps, and great innovation to the core infrastructure and PaaS service that we offer. Overall, this gives you the scope of what Azure as a platform and service can do for you. So now you might be thinking, of all of those capabilities and services are great, but how should I think about them when it comes to my business? I want to share a typical path our customers would take when moving to the cloud. So first step is migration. So the common practice that we see from our customers is typically migrating their workloads from on-premise to the cloud. So taking the virtual machines and moving them to the cloud with no change. So which we call a typical lift and shift motion. So given this current times, cloud adoption can really help our customers realize benefits such as agility, security, and agility within their organizations. So innovate, the next step is around innovating and building, modernizing your application on a PaaS platform. This is where you could use containers to provide better efficiency and speed compared to VMs. Now, as you move into the PaaS platform, you not only can become more efficient, but you can innovate faster and deploy your products to the market faster. So let's move on to the next. Azure can help you innovate today, tomorrow, and in the future. So we are constantly evolving our products and services to help meet your needs. Given the pace of innovation, we look forward to ensure we are investing in the technology that meets your needs. So for future investment, we think about the features and capabilities that should become available. So we think quantum. Today, we offer quantum services ranging from pre-built solutions to software and quantum hardware that provides developers and customers access to some of the most competitive quantum offerings in the market. So if we look into the future, customers like you will be able to swipe a credit card for quantum services. We're constantly partnering with engineering to push the technology envelope so we can get into the future. For Horizon 2, you'll see AI and mixed reality capabilities. Today, we offer many features and capability across AI and machine learning or mixed reality, but are always striving to build more in the future. From machine learning, knowledge mining, apps, agents, and HoloLens capabilities, we're constantly working to advance technology so we build services that meet your needs, not just today, but tomorrow. So lastly, let's talk about Horizon 1. We've evolved products and services like IoT to become available sooner and faster based on customer needs. So today, we invest $5 billion in IoT to add new services and features for customers like you based on your needs and the pace of innovation. So as we look at these horizons, we look at them in cycles. So at Horizon 1, we've seen that customer demand increase. So we've invested in the engineering and sales to ensure we're building the product and services that you need. So we also ensure that we have right sales and marketing folks who are able to share it with you. So at Horizon 2, we're starting that investment cycle, and at Horizon 3, we see it coming and we are planning for it. Okay. So the cloud is moving fast. Over the past year, we have launched 1,000 plus capabilities across AI to blockchain, to Kubernetes, to containers and databases, and more to ensure we're keeping you ahead of the curve. I've just walked you through a few ones that are very exciting and were built and delivered to ensure we are meeting your needs. So I'm going to walk you through our infrastructure, data analytics, and app development capabilities. Okay, I'd like to highlight a few things on this slide. So for infrastructure, Azure offers purpose-built infrastructure to allow you to customize your infrastructure based on your specific workload needs, regardless of whether you are managing on-prem, hybrid, or cloud-only infrastructure. We are differentiated from our competitors by offering a first-class experience that has been recognized by partner certifications such as SAP and Red Hat. So let's talk about scale. We are global with support for 66 Azure regions and 150 VM size options. So of course, given Microsoft makes a Windows server, there is no better place to run Windows platforms than on Windows servers. So to support your apps and infrastructure, we have a breadth of data and analytics solutions. So we offer a broad set of data services that can help store your data or distribute it based on your needs. So from our relational databases like SQL database, you can run it on VMs, or you can get SQL database managed instance or Postgre to our relational database like Cosmos DB. Okay. Next, there. So now we've taken the industry-leading data warehouse to a whole new level of performance and capabilities by bringing together data warehouse and big data. There. So now that we've talked about data analytics, I want to walk you through our serverless capabilities. So these services enable you to adopt containerized serverless-based computing architectures to new applications, as well as modernizing and existing apps you already have. So with Azure, Your developers can build cloud-native applications using canonical modern application patterns. So the growing requirements of our modern digital business world can be a challenge for older applications, but there is a way to future-proof existing applications by moving them to the cloud. So Azure supports and provides all the building blocks that your developer teams need to build application using containers, managed databases, artificial intelligence, or serverless capabilities. Not only do we have 1,000 plus capabilities that we've launched in the past year, but we've deployed 1,000 plus supported IoT devices as well. So we designed this Azure IoT portfolio in a layered fashion on purpose. It means you can engage the portfolio on purpose where it makes sense. For example, you can start off with the infrastructure and move up and leverage things like time series insights at the PaaS layer, or I can go into fully managed SaaS services. And the cool thing is, if you are in the SaaS solution and you need to drop down to the PaaS mode and add more power on compute and AI of your own, you can just absolutely do that, and no need to rewrite your asset, because we have finally released the enterprise-ready industry solution for that. Our second promise is around building on your own terms. From a developer perspective, we want to provide the flexibility needed to deploy apps on the frameworks, OSS, and tools that you want with the quality every time. So you have choices with a commitment to open source and support for all languages and frameworks, and build and deploy and where you want it. Okay. So we embrace Microsoft Azure. We have embraced open source. We drive innovation through collaboration and contribute back to the community. So from developing open technologies like .NET Core, TypeScript, and Visual Studio Code, to actively contributing to critical projects like Python, Kubernetes, Postgres, Linux, and actually Azure enables you to build to an open source at scale. Okay. When we say build on your own terms, we think about accelerating developer velocity, which means focusing on helping developers build productively, enabling secure collaboration within the team, the organization, and the broader global community of developers. So scaling your innovation by helping developers empower your entire organization to participate in digital value generation. So we see this through software development continues to evolve, and Microsoft has been there for a long time, enabling developers first. Developers are in our DNA and top of mind since the earliest days of the company. We've always known that developers are the key to our success as a platform company. And as a software development has changed over the years, we have always supported developers building applications. So evolving developers in your organization at the pace of software evolves is critical to your future success. As new frontiers opens up, Microsoft will always be there. So when it comes to building productively, there are two areas of opportunity where Microsoft can help. So first, ensuring developers become and stay proficient in their domain by helping them advance their knowledge. And second, hone the right skills by giving them the right tools. So as technology rapidly evolves and changes, you need to help your developer learn new skills and stay on top of the emerging technologies such as Kubernetes, AI, DevOps, and IoT. The pace of innovation is ever accelerating, and making skilling easier and more accessible for developers is a commitment for Microsoft. So one of the best ways to improve the skills of your developers is to give them the tools they know and they love. But of course, we are not stopping there. Software development is a constant or constantly evolving craft, and developer tools needs to reflect the changes in the modern development workflow. So at Microsoft, we are deeply committed to infuse modern development practices and emerging trends into our tools. So with our platform, developers have not just access to the latest technologies, but also to a cutting edge tool chain that supports the way they work. So that's Visual Studio is one of the productive tools out there with new features that are focused on empowering you to do more. So last year, Microsoft completed the acquisition of GitHub. GitHub is the heart of the open source community with that will always be an open platform that supports all developers. So enterprise rely on hybrid approach to benefit from their on-premise investment and at the same time unlock the innovation of the cloud. So Azure takes a comprehensive approach and offers unique hybrid capabilities that gives customer the flexibility to innovate anywhere in the environment. So enabled by Azure Arc, you can bring Azure services to any existing infrastructure, including other clouds you are choosing. So you can take advantage of cloud benefits everywhere, such as scalability, fast deployment, and always up-to-date cloud innovation. So today you might be targeting multiple clouds already. You may have your on-prem data center and you have an edge deployment. The truth is, as business expand to the edge, you're going to need more of these types of solution, and you might be in case where you have multiple types of technology that you're having pulled together, which makes it even harder to ensure it's secure and managed in a constant way. So that is why we introduced Azure Arc. Okay, so our last promise is the most important. So we believe our customers should fully trust the cloud they choose to bank on with their business. We drive to provide the most secure and compliant cloud platform with privacy at the center of all innovation. We have the most number of cloud certifications, from managing identity across these paradigms to build apps to run across them. So to highlight a few, I've mentioned before, we are global. We have 66 Azure regions around the world, fastest and most resilient global network in the public cloud. We have 91 certification or compliance offerings, like GDPR. So cloud adoption framework for Azure. With this framework, you're able to define your migration strategy based on your needs, plan it out, ready your organization, and implement the proposed solution, all while having the proper cloud operation practices in place. Governance and management are key elements in generating a cycle where constant communication and change management takes place. Okay, overall, what companies and businesses wanted to achieve is they're able to put their people first, empowering everyone to flexibility, work, learn, collaborate, and innovate from anywhere with accessible tools that enable the person closest to the business problem to solve it. They can create impact faster and increase time to value with the most complete, integrated, and open platform. And they are transforming with a partner they can trust. Microsoft's secure cloud paired with our human-centric approach to innovation and world citizenship helps them confidently grow a sustainable and reliable business. So before I end my presentation, I would like to share that we also have an ongoing investment with Microsoft Learn. It's free, global, and available capability. It has over 400 Azure courses. You get badges, milestone learning paths. So this is directly run on the engineering team. It's a place where you'll get the latest and greatest content. So take advantage of this Microsoft Learn. So some are embracing digital transformation journey and feel excited about it. And we see organizations are reaping real, tangible rewards. The positive disruptions are truly amazing. For us, our purpose is clear. In every industry and in every country, we are committed to empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. Thank you and good morning.